There are some 19 others. It was 18 that decided not to contest, but there's latest development. You have that. Share with us.
The latest development is that Honorable Amoah, the Member of Parliament for the Akuapem South constituency, on Tuesday officially wrote to the party announcing his decision not to seek re-election. He's been in Parliament since 2012, when he was there in Sawom Ebri constituency until it was divided into two in 2012. And then we had the Sawom Edreji constituency. Amoah opted to be in the Akuapem South constituency. He's been there since 2012.
So that's Ebri.
Ebri, 2012. It was rumored that he wasn't going to seek re-election in the 2024 election. But in the process, when the party opened nomination for individuals who want to run again in these constituencies, Amoah showed up. A lot of people were surprised because they had known, or earlier on they were told that Amoah wasn't going to run again. But in politics, you never say never. The politicians will always tell you that this is my last term. I do not wish to run again, and the rest happened. Now, the incumbent or the municipal chief executive for Akuapem South, which is a gentleman here by name Frank Edu, had made an attempt to take over from Amoah in the unlikely event that he decides not to run again. The party in December issued a caveat that in constituencies where there's a sitting member of parliament, if an MC or a DCE makes an attempt to contest a sitting member of parliament, that DCE should resign 2 years earlier. Now, because this MC, Frank Edu, had not resigned and is still holding on as the MC for the area, he was disqualified from challenging Amoah in this race. He went for the vetting all right, but at the vetting process, he was disqualified because Amoah has already filed his nomination to contest. In his filing nomination papers, this same Frank Edu wrote a letter to the national leadership, copied to the regional executive, that in the unlikely event that Amoah decides to withdraw from the race, he should be considered to contest in the race, because there were rumors all over. And according to those in the constituency, Amoah had publicly announced that he wasn't going to seek re-election in this particular election. Now, after the vetting, Frank Edu was disqualified. It then left the race between Eric Samuel and Kwame Ofori. Now, Eric happens to be a former PA to Amoah. Eric also happens to be a former research officer for Amoah in the constituency. So the two of them are very close, politically, very, very close.
So you can call Eric Obi's boy.
Obi's boy, more or less Obi's boy. Now, the MCE and Amoah are not in talking terms. There's a bit of friction between the two of them. It happens a lot in politics, where the DCE and the member of parliament will always have issue. Now, because Amoah heard that Frank Edu was going to run, he decided to come and contest again, just so he would show Frank Edu some shaggy, so he will be disqualified. Now, after the filing process, and Frank...
So these are rumors we hear.
These are rumors within people within the constituency. Mm-hmm. So when Frank also decided, or Frank was disqualified, Amoah also pulled out of the race just Tuesday. Now the fight is between Eric Samuel and Kwame Ofori.
But Obi's pulling out, even though he has said he pulled out for personal reasons, considering that he pulled out on Tuesday for an election on Saturday, it will be too late for Frank to go through the process unless the party suspends the elections there. What that means is that Eric gets to go easy against Kwame Ofori Jewu. Is that not what it means?
That's what it means. But in the party, the National Council, which is the second highest decision-making of the party, can also issue the directive that Frank should be included in the race. If that happens, election in Akuapem South will be put on hold till new ballots are printed, which will include Frank in there. Frank has already petitioned the party about this development. The party are here tomorrow will consider this particular petition. So his fate, as we speak now, hangs on the decision the party will take. Whether the party will allow him to contest because Amoah has withdrawn from the race, or the party will say it's too late, we are just going ahead with the process. So tomorrow we'll decide whether Frank will be in the race or Frank will not be in the race come Saturday.
But for now, Obi is out.
For now, Obi is out.
And he said he doesn't want his name on the ballot.
He doesn't want his name on the ballot. He officially wrote
has
a
he
letter.
granted any interview where...
Yeah, he did.
And has he been asked questions about this attempted or alleged mafiaing of Frank Edu?
He denied all those allegations. And when he was asked why he was pulling out at this time, he said it was for a personal reason. But he's not quitting politics. He will still be active in the politics of the NPP. You know, he's the director of research for the NPP at the party headquarters. He's also one of the individuals who attend IPAC on behalf of the MP, Obi Amoah, on behalf of
senior
the
minister
NPP.
at the Ministry of Local Government.
At the point that he was called senior deputy minister. So he served as a deputy now for a long while. So that was a nickname given to him.
Okay.
So if that happens, Sanda, National Council can decide whether they will allow Frank to join the race, or they will say the race should be between Samuel and Kwame to go ahead come Akuapem South constituency election. If it were to be Obi Amoah alone, or maybe Obi and another person, then that person will have a free ride, or the party may take a decision. But because it's a contest among others, the party will need a firm decision. Yesterday, the Eastern Regional Secretary of the party, Anthony Eje, told us that the party in the region, have indeed received the petition. They forwarded it to the National Council, but to them alone, they will wish that Frank Edu will be allowed to contest in this election because he was disqualified based on Obi Amoah's decision to run again. Now that Obi is pulling out, it's just fair and right that you bring Frank back into the election.
Maybe Obi should have waited and pulled out on Friday.
Perhaps.
Night. You should have done the thing Kabna before did. No? That would have been, I think that way you can, there's no way.
You can say that, yeah.
But now it makes a bit confusing. Okay. So I think these issues have been well unpacked. The DC or the MC is hopeful that he'll be on the race.
Yes.
The regional executives appear to be on his side.
Yes, they are backing him. The constituency executives are also backing Frank.
Which means that Obi is unpopular amongst his regional and constituency executives.
That's how it looks like.
That's a problem for him.
That's how it looks like. I'm sure that the more reason why he decided not to run again. Because normally when there's this friction between executives and the incoming member of parliament, there's always a problem. They can sabotage you any day, anytime.
So it means that, but he's pushing Eric strongly.
He's pushing Eric strongly. That's his boy. So he's pushing strongly.
Who is Kwame's?
Kwame, we are told, is a known activist within the NPP in that constituency, one of the financiers of the party in that region. He wants to also come in to see if delegates will allow him to represent the party in the Akuapem South constituency.
So Akuapem South, with capital as Ebri, now has these two persons on the ballot.
Yeah.
It's
also interesting to know that in this year's election, the two Akuapem seats will have different individuals contesting over the years. Sammi Wiafe is going for the northern part of the Akuapem.
That's
a new candidate altogether. Obi Amoah is also withdrawing, bringing in a new candidate. So we will not see the usual face of Dakwa and Obi Amoah in the Akuapem areas when it comes to election again. Now two new faces are coming in there.
It's very important to make that point.